Minnesota for the victims of Wednesday's shooting at a Catholic school that left 2 children and 17 others injured.
It was a super emotional night inside of the gym here at the Academy of Holy Angels. There were a lot of hugs. There were a lot of tears. The capacity inside of the gym is 1,500 people, and I'm told that they reached capacity after about 20 to 30 minutes of letting people in, and there were still several hundred people outside of the school who wanted to come in and pray and be a community together after such a horrific event. It was full of prayers and songs. There was only one speaker. That was Archbishop Bernard Hebda. He spoke about losing hope in the face of such a tragedy and finding comfort in faith. The governor also attended the vigil along with Senator Amy Klobuchar, the Attorney General, and the principal and priest over at Annunciation Catholic School.
Fox 9 Minneapolis' St. Paul's Mary McGuire. FBI investigating the shooting as an act of domestic terrorism.
Police say the suspect, 23-year-old Robin Westman, who died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, acted alone and had legally purchased the weapons.
We're also aware of a manifesto that the shooter had timed to be released on YouTube. This manifesto appeared to show him at the scene and included some disturbing writings.
The shooting, which happened during Mass to celebrate the new school year, killed 2 children, only 8 and 10 years old. 17 people were also injured.
Fox's Kevin Cork. The Trump administration says Dr. Susan Menorez is no longer director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Her lawyers say Menorez was targeted for protecting the public and is not stepping down. Ukrainian officials say some 600 drone ballistic missiles were fired on targets in Ukraine overnight, including Kyiv. At least 14 people are dead, nearly 50 others injured. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Proposing curfew fines for Indianapolis parents. Nothing on radar on Monument Circle where it's 58 degrees. We're going up to 77 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 6:02. That was the topic counselors debated downtown last night, months after a shooting killed 2 teenagers and injured several others. Democrat Krista Carlino.
Mr. Chairman, are discriminatory and predatory, and I'll be voting no tonight.
Republican counselor Michael Paul Hart.
It's your responsibility to be accountable for your child, and if you determine not to do that, this is what can happen, and it can happen to anybody.
And the Public Safety Committee will tell the full council on September 8th that they do not recommend imposing fines. It happened during a traffic stop. It was a shooting that killed a man Wednesday. State Police Sergeant John Perrine.
Officers spotted a vehicle that they believed to be involved in an incident last night in Ripley County that they had information about. They made a traffic stop on that vehicle. They believe the suspect from that incident was inside.
And that man, identified by the cops as Travis Manleaf, stepped out of the car and pointed a handgun at police.
He was wanted on an unrelated warrant. I'm not sure what that warrant was for, but the officers, when they encountered this vehicle, they believed that it was involved in the incident that they had information about. Therefore, they conducted a high-risk traffic stop.
And 3 cops ended up shooting him. They all were wearing body cameras, and state police are still looking into this. Indiana flags will fly at half-staff to honor the people killed in Minnesota Wednesday. Governor Braun ordered the flags at all state buildings to fly at half-staff until sunset on Sunday. Why did the Indianapolis Colts go with Daniel Jones as their starting quarterback for this season? Colts general manager Chris Ballard talked about it Wednesday.
His ability to run the offense, to get them out of good and bad plays, to know the checks, just the things that most veteran quarterbacks can do.
And Ballard says he will not trade Anthony Richardson. The Colts open the season a week from Sunday at home against the Miami Dolphins. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
So with all the choices of where you could buy your furniture and mattresses, here's why you should purchase your new Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers or Flex Steel Furniture, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy or Stearns and Foster mattresses, or Berlin Gardens and Pollywood outdoor furniture from Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Unmatched customer service during and after the sale. Have a service issue, they're just one call away. They deliver and set up for free if you live within 75 miles of their store in Columbus. Saves you hundreds. family-owned, worth the very short drive, thompsonfurniture.net.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Southside construction zone is moving like it should at the moment. Please be careful in that it is narrow, and I'm talking about Southside I-65 from 465 up to the south split, the inbound side. Southbound side also has construction as well, but that northbound side will start taking delays as the morning progresses, as you know. Looking at westbound 70 from the south split out to Indianapolis International Airport, absolutely zero slowing you down here in the moment. It looks nice. If that changes, I will let you know. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers under new ownership. Just visit them on State Road 37 for special grand opening prices during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, it's not you. It's the voice. I feel great. It's just, I think it's allergies. It's either that or it's the Russians. Either way, what's going on?
Good morning, Tony. It is partly to mostly cloudy here for this morning. We're going to keep an eye out for maybe a few scattered showers on and off through the day. Look, there's going to be a lot of dry areas and a lot of dry hours today, but just keep an eye on radar if you do have some outdoor plans. Today's high 78, rain chances gone by mid-evening. We'll turn partly cloudy overnight, a low of 57, and that should pave the way for a nice stretch of weather starting tomorrow. Sunny skies, a high of 75 for your Friday. Holiday weekend looks about as good as it gets. Saturday, mostly sunny, 76. Sunday, mostly sunny, 79. And Labor Day, sunshine and highs into the low 80s.
That right there, Marcus Bailey. Yeah, it sounds bad, doesn't it? Doesn't sound...
That's not, it's not terrible. You have a great radio voice, Tony.
I don't know. But I don't believe that to be true at all, by the way. I've never believed that.
No?
Like a good radio voice? I don't even know what that is.
You got, yeah.
I don't know. Like, what makes it good?
It's authoritative. It's strong.
I think that's just a synonym for authoritative. I think he said the same thing twice. By the way, synonym before 6:10 a.m., you're welcome.
You nailed it.
You're welcome. Get that on NPR. Well, that's probably the only other station that could possibly give you synonym before 6:10 a.m. You weren't getting that on TTS. No, you were not.
Right.
Why am I not? Why TTS? I mean, good Lord. I'd like to apologize. Holy cow. That's Marcus Bailey from Wish TV. Honestly, stay close by. You might have to finish the show. Okay, I guess not. 56 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:08.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
We know the details. 2 children killed, 17 injured, a shooting that took place in Minnesota from a man who thought he was a woman and was allowed to change his name when he was underage, a mother who helped facilitate it. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. We know that this school was specifically sought out. His mother used to work there. I don't use names here. We know that he wrote sloganeering on magazines. Kill the president and this, the Jews. We know he was referring to people like myself and possibly like you as dirty Zionists. We know there was a manifesto with drawings of the church. We know that he waited until there was a moment where it was just children and adults wouldn't be nearby, where he could not be stopped. There's a tremendous amount to get to and a tremendous amount to discuss here. But there is no question. The first, what we're dealing with is absolute horror. Secondly, what we're dealing with is mental illness and buying into mental illness, which we will discuss in depth. There is the outrageous response of the political left as opposed to engaging honestly about the issue in front of us. And then, of course, there's the conversation we've had on this show for years that I will say again to every faith-based institution. If you are not armed when you go to your church or your synagogue, you are a soft target. Now, I want to be more specific. I'm right. And the rabbis who have been opposed to me are wrong. They were wrong then, they're wrong today, and they will be wrong until they stop. Fire them. Any pastor that doesn't believe that you should be armed is wrong. Fire them or find another church. That's a church that is going to get you hurt. I am so on the record that I am surprised at this stage I'm not being quoted. Any faith-based institution that is not protecting itself with firearms today is wrong, is a danger to your children. End of list. If you don't think your church or your synagogue or your place of worship should have firearms, I can appreciate that. I'm sorry that this is the way it is. But I am not going to play make-believe. This is the way it is. And since you, the progressive, the absolute child and manifestation of just despicableness on MSNBC, will not remove every gun from society. Grow up. Man up. Woman up. Ovary up. And start protecting your kids from the mental illness that the progressive left is feeding into. I apologize for nothing. My name is Tony Katz. I've got more on this. 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Gary Dick, big investment in Bloomington, gets a break at 6:32. Brought to you by the proud members of the Indiana Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions who build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
This back-to-school season, we know you have enough on your mind. That's why Hubler's got you and your family covered for 100,000 miles. Now through Labor Day, shop over 2,000 vehicles at any of our 13 convenient locations. Buy with zero down. Choose from all makes and models. Certified, luxury, even the hard-to-find ones. Yes, zero down delivers. Plus, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring us your old car for an immediate appraisal on the spot. So head back to school in a Hubler Q certified vehicle with a free Carfax history report and a 128-point vehicle inspection. Hubler's got you covered. For 100,000 miles, visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations and spend less on back to school. Through Labor Day, zero down delivers at Hubler. Cover me. Select models approved credit warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Hi, this is Denny Smith for Zero Res, and the August flash sale is on. 3 rooms of carpet cleaning starting at $119, plus a free hallway and $75 off duct cleaning. Now, when was the last time you gave your carpets some love? Listen, they are the largest air filter in your home, and unless those carpets are cleaned on a regular basis, the stuff that's in the fibers can be downright scary. There's a good chance you're breathing unhealthy levels of germs, dirt, dander, bacteria that just keep recirculating again and again. Well, with the Zero Res August flash sale, all of that could be history. And with their great Gotta Love It guarantee, they're going to make sure your investment with them is a great experience. The Zero Res service is easy to line up. Just go online at zeroresindy.com to do the scheduling at your convenience. Mention WIBC, you'll get 3 rooms cleaning starting at $119. $119 plus a free hallway and $75 off duct cleaning. It's the Zero Res August flash sale, 317-388-5141. Online at zeroresindy.com.
As an IT professional, you have the opportunity to guarantee your data security, participate in 100% landfill-free disposal, and have peace of mind with R2 V3 certifications. Technology Recyclers provides guaranteed complete data destruction, 100% landfill-free disposal, and the certification to back it up. Protect your data while saving the planet. Receive a free pickup of your e-waste from Technology Recyclers. Visit tech-recyclers.com. That's tech-recyclers.com.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
All right, Tony, looking at inbound 69. Looks good into the clear path construction zone from 116th Street to 465. No problems there for the moment. And then we check out Boone County. And southbound 65 looks just fine coming down from Indianapolis Avenue to the Dogleg 865. I don't see anything that's slowing you guys down here at the moment. Have a safe morning commute, of course. Traffic sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. The IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series is coming back to Columbus September 3rd through the 6th. Kids 12 and under free. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
56 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers. And sometimes it's an overworked accountant who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock, because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-557-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
At Advent, nasal congestion and sinus infections can be solved with an in-office 20-minute procedure. Elsewhere, expect surgery.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not every...
If you attended Understanding the Election in 3 Bourbons, first of all, you had a very good time. You did. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Real quick, because a couple people asked me, hey, at the event this past Saturday, you said you were going to announce the next event, and you didn't. You said November. Because I moved November to January. And I'm going to do something else in November. But January? I'm not saying it's 100% yet, but you might want to block January 20th out on your calendar. You might just want to do that right now. You might want to save the date for January 20th. And if you've ever thought about being involved in one of my events before, you may want to reach out. Yeah, now's the time. January 20th. Mark that out. What I said about understanding the election in 3 Bourbons back in November as we were breaking down the data for the presidential election was that the Trump brand was very strong. The Republican brand was not. Did I say hello? Carl, did I say hello to everybody? Tony Katz,
you can say it now.
WIBC. I'll do it now. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. That's producer Carl behind the board. Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. Ryan Hedrick in the WIBC Newsroom. The Trump brand, very, very, very big. The Republican brand, no. Which is why you saw in swing states, Trump take the swing states, but not the senators. Republicans didn't take this Michigan. Republicans didn't take Wisconsin. Republicans didn't take Nevada. Republicans didn't take Arizona. Where were Trump's coattails? I'm not knocking on Trump here. I am stating the obvious. The low propensity voter, the person who was voting for Trump, who is indeed the low propensity voter, came in, voted for Trump, and left. There were no coattails because there was no coat. It wasn't a party. It was a guy. So it's a great example of how true cult of personality is. And it's why people have a desperation to pick up the mantle and be able to run with that in the next election. Somebody might. The only person I know who it won't be is Diego Morales. Diego Morales wants to be Trump so bad, but F&N Diego, fake news Diego, F-N Diego, we just shorten it to make it easy on everybody. He's the Secretary of State who referred to WIBC as fake news. And when we asked, can you prove that, his Tokyo Rose press secretary, comms director, Lindsay Eaton, said, we don't have to talk to you. Well, now you suffer. And you're going to suffer every day. You're terrible at this, Diego. And Lindsay, my God, who's going to hire you again? You did this? Your candidate, your boss isn't man enough to answer a basic question? You called this fake news. Prove it. You can't? Okay. F&N Diego. Somebody please design the T-shirt. Would you... Can I do a lot of things. Graphic design is not it. If I could get some help here. The seal of the great fake news, Diego Morales, if we could, that'd be fun. It's an open plea. If we could get that done, I'd appreciate it. The data shows that the Trump brand is big and the Republican brand isn't. Why in the world do I bring this up? There was a special election. Took place in Iowa. I didn't know it. I had absolutely no idea about it. This was a state race in Iowa. And you're like, yeah, no, it makes sense. I didn't know about it. But in that race, the Democrat beat the Republican by 9 points. 9 points. In a state that Trump carried in a huge, huge way. As described in this special election for this a state Senate seat, it's a 20-point Democratic overperformance from 2024 when Trump won the district by 11, and it ended the supermajority in Iowa. It ended the supermajority for the Republicans. I cannot say it enough. The data is clear. We had it back in November. My analysis was accurate. And now it's playing out. Republicans are not popular. And for Indiana Republicans, I don't think you understand how not popular you are. I don't think you understand exactly how bad this property tax debacle is and how ridiculous you look. I don't think you understand how it looks that we are right now a state when it comes to economic development, seemingly in the dark ages. And that happened in 8 months. There's no pushback to bronze movements. There's no pushback to the failures of the IEDC. There is nothing coming out of the Republican Party. No statement, no vision, no push. Nothing. And if you think you're doing it, but I'm sitting here saying there's nothing, ask yourself and ask your comms department, what have you sent me? What have you shared here? You're the ones who want to get the message out. I hate to break it to you, but this place here, WIBC, very much acts as a messenger. We're a pretty big microphone. And not a one of you has reached out and said, hey, check this out. I get more from City County Councilor Michael Paul Hart than I get from anybody on the state level. Anyone. You think you're the supermajority for forever? I'm talking about Iowa. Republicans are not popular. And weak Republicans are really not popular. Just one of the stories to get to. Also, in case you were curious and you're like, wait a second, am I the only person who sees this? No, you are not the only person who sees this. There is a shortage in America of cottage cheese.
My God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Well,
I'm just surprised there's not a shortage of oatmeal considering how much Matt Bear eats before he goes to bed.
It was terrific last night.
What kind did you have?
I had apple cinnamon, maple brown sugar, and cinnamon roll.
Yeah. So, together, like you just said, no. Oh, can I have the entire cinnamon series of Quaker Oats, please?
You're such a rookie when it comes to better oats. It's like if I would mix all those together, it's like putting filet mignon with ice cream. You know, you're taking one delicacy and putting it with another. No, you have to keep them separate. Yeah.
Right. The delicacy of cinnamon roll oatmeal.
Well, you don't have a lot of money. You pick your, you pick the things you love. I mean,
do you eat cottage cheese?
No, I do not.
All right. So there is a big trend, TikTok, other social media platforms, about making food with cottage cheese so it's got a lot of protein.
I think there are better ways to do that. In my unprofessional opinion on nutrition, no. I mean, you eat chicken. You eat maybe a small 4-ounce portion of red meat. I don't think.
Hold on. Did you just say a 4-ounce portion?
Yeah. Well, when I eat red meat, I want 12 ounces. I want 16 ounces, but you kind of have to discipline yourself, you know.
OMG. Are you kidding me right now?
I know. I can't believe I just said it. No, when I have a steak, it's going to be 8 ounces or more. You know, that's the thing. But 4 ounces is kind of the proper portion, if you can. I am not a nutritionist, okay? Warning. Find a professional on this. Talk to your doctor. Talk to anybody but me.
4 ounces. Okay. Matt Bear is full of crap and has traffic.
All right, northbound 65. This I do know. Northbound 65 slow Raymond up to the South Split because of construction work. That is a construction zone until the end of next year. Northbound 65 slows out of the North Split to West Street. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Our Secretary of State doesn't believe in transparency, but Andrew Ireland does. State Rep Andrew Ireland will be here to show he paid for his trip to Washington, D.C.
Join us Thursday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Offer ends September 1st. IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. Central Indiana knows tough, but your water shouldn't be. Indiana ranks among the hardest water in the country, and your home is paying the price. Kinetico's non-electric technology means no timer, settings, or headaches. Just water that works, even when the power doesn't. And the twin tank design means clean, soft water 24/7. Connecticut water softeners are the solution, made in the U.S. Visit ConnecticutIndy.com and mention Made in the U.S. for an additional $250 off your purchase of a softener. Connecticut, American-made, Midwest tough.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Remembering the children killed in a Minnesota shooting. Nothing on radar. 58 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 77. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. A vigil last night in Minnesota as people came together after a shooting at Annunciation Catholic School killed 2 children and left 17 others injured. Archbishop Bernard Hebda, the Archdiocese of Minneapolis of St. Paul.
All of those children who were in that church this morning, he loves their families. He loves the shooter. He loves all of us, brothers and sisters.
And Indiana flags will fly at half-staff to honor the people killed in that shooting. Governor Braun ordered the flags at all state buildings to fly at half-staff following President Trump's announcement to lower the flags at federal buildings across the country. The Trump administration plans to take over Union Station in Washington, D.C. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy made the announcement on Wednesday. And Powerball fever strikes again.
Powerball jackpot soaring to $950 million after no one won Wednesday night's drawing. The jackpot will be the 6th highest in the game's history. 3 lucky players from Mississippi, Ohio, and Virginia did walk away with $2 million when they won the Match 5 plus Power Play option. But Powerball's top prize is in a bit of a drought as the last top prize winner in Michigan won $841 million on January 1st. Chris DeMeo, Fox News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It is 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. As Sempra Biopharma prepares to pour close to $500 million into Monroe County across 2 major facilities, local officials have approved augmented tax abatements for the New Jersey-based biopharma manufacturer. Last year, Sempra started construction on a $250 million project to make pre-filled medical syringes and vials. Then last month, Sempra bought land for another facility just a mile north of the first site. For both facilities, the Monroe County Council has approved tax breaks that go beyond the typical abatement schedule. Madison and Warwick counties have been chosen as the latest participants in a quality of life program overseen by the Indiana Office of Community and Rural Affairs. The Rural Empowerment and Development, or RED program, will take areas of need in both counties and build on previous community development with help from both Okra and the Indiana Communities Institute at Ball State University. In Indianapolis, United Food and Commercial Workers Local 700 members have approved a new 3-year contract with Kroger, which covers about 8,000 members working at 68 stores in central Indiana. In May and July, members rejected 2 previous offers, which sent Local 700 and Kroger back to the bargaining table. The new deal increases top pay by $2.75 over the term of the deal and adds full health coverage for spouses. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress. From the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
We build Indiana,
The Laborers International Union of North America are men and women building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Purdue University Northwest has received $1.8 million in renewed federal funding to support first-generation and low-income students, as well as students with disabilities. Through the university's TRIO Student Support Services program, eligible students receive financial assistance, counseling, tutoring, and other services. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
Southside northbound 65 slows from Raymond Street up to the South Split because of construction. And we have a crash on the new 69. This is on the southeast side, like Morgan County, and heading towards Bloomington, Martinsville. This is southbound 69 after Henderson Ford Road crash, blocking the right lane. No delay at the moment, but if you're heading to the Bloomington area right now from Indianapolis, something to know about. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry! Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
It's good fire pit weather, Matt Bear.
Oh, man, you ain't kidding, Bubba.
This is primo fire pit weather.
Brisket!
Oh, it is ready to go.
Everybody's invited.
It's in the fridge. It is defrosted. We pulled it out last night, and it is defrosted. And I will start working that magic for brisket this weekend. And I have some tomahawks, and I have some other stuff.
What's a tomahawk?
It's a steak, son.
Oh.
It's a steak kind of like you'd see in the Flintstones with a giant bit of bone on it.
I didn't know those things were real.
Oh, those things are real. That's science. That's science. I got with the boys in the lab, and I said, oh, whip me up something extra special good. They said, you got it, boss, because they call me boss. Like somehow it's AP Bio. And then they, boom, they made up the tomahawk, and it's going to be spectacular.
The best steak from the best cow in Indiana.
The best cow in Indiana is Defiance Beef, our sponsors at Eat, Drink, Smoke. By the way, I've ordered a cow.
Oh, yeah. You had them at the event.
Yes, DefianceBeef.com. A quarter cow is coming. They're sponsors of the Cigar and Bourbon Show, and so it is coming, and I'll tell you all about it.
Are you going to slaughter it in your backyard, or do they?
No. I let professionals do that. I let professionals do it.
Carmel's not going to like that.
That's it. We'll get back to the show now.
Bye.
56 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:37. We check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what's up?
Tony, good morning. Indianapolis Colts general manager Chris Ballard is talking about his backup, not his starting quarterback.
I know the negativity, and it's easy to say, okay, he's done.
And Ballard told reporters at his post-cutdown press conference yesterday that he is not trading Anthony Richardson.
Everybody's growth and path and journey in this league is different. He's made tremendous strides. Is he there yet? No.
Richardson was the team's 23 first-round pick, number 4 overall. He was once the face of the franchise, but he threw 12 picks and 11 starts last year, and that went down the tubes. College football. Purdue kicking off the season against Ball State Saturday. IU is hosting Old Dominion. Notre Dame plays Miami on Sunday night. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
Pierce Jewelers is the best family-owned jewelry store in Carmel. All jewelry and watch repair, appraisals, and custom design are done in-house. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
America respects our first responders and veterans, the brave whose business is taking action when calamity strikes. It's dangerous work, often surrounded by sirens, shouting, even gunfire, so hearing loss is probable. First responders can turn to Relay Indiana. If you have trouble hearing on the telephone, visit RelayIndiana.com for voice recognition technology phones that allow the hearing impaired to have normal phone conversations. And there's loaned equipment for those who qualify. Get clarity back on the phone. Visit RelayIndiana.com.
the Chris Ballard thing, which I will get to. I think it was one of the guys over at The Fan. I think it was Mark Dykton, a producer, who he was never the producer for me. He did overnights. Talk about a guy who worked his way up. He did overnights on IBC, and now I think he produces the morning show over there. He noted on the social medias, is anybody else going to notice that the general manager of the Colts sounds defensive as all get out regarding what's going on in the quarterback position, the single most important position in sports? Why is he getting defensive about this? You went with Daniel Jones and not Anthony Richardson, and people are going to ask why. Why is this shocking to you? I'm going to get into my take coming up at 7:06. I should ask JMV his take. If you want to reach out to JMV, go right ahead, producer Carl. See if he's available at 7:06. I've got mine, and I'm gonna come with some force on that. But the Indianapolis City County Council has rejected curfew fines for parents. Of course, Indianapolis is trying to figure out how to keep 16-year-olds from engaging in mob mentality on the streets of Indianapolis. And so they decided, we're going to have curfews, and then we're going to have fines for the curfews. It would be a warning letter for parents on the first offense, $500 fine on the second offense, $1,500 for a third and beyond. And Democratic Councilor Krista Carlino said the fines are too expensive and unfair, especially for families who cannot afford them. So what is your plan instead? What's your plan for those parents who take their a 15-year-old, drop them off downtown, they don't even come downtown, they just don't care, or they're not paying attention, or they are indeed proactive, let somebody else take care of it, whatever. Now, if you talk to Gen X, they come from a generation of being out all day and not even seeing their parents and then getting home when the sun went down, right? I am not saying that kids have to be under supervision at all times. I'm asking about the safety and security of the city. If you don't want to do the fines, what do you want to do? Certainly, I hope you are in favor of very aggressive arrests, Councilor Carlino, because if not, well, then I don't know what we're doing here. What is it that you favor to engage the city? Everything's offensive. Everything costs too much. Everything's a problem. Everything is rude. I think you called it racist. Lord only knows what a Democrat in the city county council is going to say. Now, what's your plan? What's your plan, Councilor Carlino? I'd like to see your safety plan. How about Tuesday? Can we do that? Give you a little time for Labor Day, because I'm a gentleman. I'm doing a lot of this lately, just pointing and going, one of those, right? I don't know why that is. I need to stop. I don't know how I got into the habit. So, yeah, I don't think it's a good one. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Listen to Hammer and Nigel all this week for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Billy Idol and Joan Jett and the Blackhearts Saturday, August 30th at Ruoff Music Center.
Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth. The simple truth is that there is more to retirement planning than simply calculating your expenses or stuffing money into a savings account, right? Let me tell you about my friends at Trajan Wealth and what they are doing. Trajan is holding a complimentary movie premiere which will cover the important strategies when it comes to planning for your post-work life. It's called Retirement on the Brink. Retirement on the Brink. And it's only one night only, September 25th at Flick's Brewhouse in Carmel. Book your VIP seat by calling 800-670-0366 or go to retirementonthebrink.com. This is a must-see movie event for anyone nearing retirement or just wanting to put together a roadmap for their personal wealth management. Call Trajan Wealth, your fiduciary advisors, and sign up for this exclusive movie event. 800-670-0366 or go to retirementonthebrink.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement. DBA in most states is Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what's going on?
Southside northbound 65 stop and go traffic. Keystone Avenue into the South Split for a 5-minute delay. That is a work zone lasting until the end of next year. Crash. Morgan County, this is new 69 southbound 69 after Henderson Ford. Right lane is closed, no delay at the moment. Northbound 65 slow out of the North Split 2 west. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry! Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
56 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:45.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten, classics are remixed, bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Some things can steal your sunshine.
Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You've seen the news reports. You've seen the videos. 2 children dead, 17 injured. Children protecting children. That's what took place in Minneapolis. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Good to be with you. You saw children stand in front of other children as this mentally ill man who thought he was a woman opened fire, planned this out, wrote messages onto the firearms, the rifle, the shotgun, the pistol, 3 different weapons used. Wanted to go after children, wanted to kill Jews, wanted to kill President Trump. And of course, people will want to desperately leave out that this person was allegedly trans. When I say allegedly, I'm not saying that anything other than men cannot be women and women cannot be men. Because men cannot be women and women cannot be men. So he was a man. I should say allegedly a woman. Not a woman. A man who did this. A mentally ill man who had people in his life feeding in to this mental illness. And as evil as this is, and we will get back to it in a second, we have the sickness of those people who want to tell you, I'm sick and tired of hearing about thoughts and prayers. The mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, the absolute fraud that is Jen Psaki, who knew Joe Biden wasn't up to the task. And then there was this from the former GOP chairman Michael Steele.
As an elected official, you are on the ground with your folks and you appreciate this journey. I agree with the mayor. I'm not, the thoughts and prayers, I'm so beyond that nonsense, the lie of that. Because what we have are people who continue to stand in the way of actually doing something to stop the violence against their own kids. It is amazing to me. We watch young kids die in classrooms and now in church, and all we get are thoughts and prayers.
Michael Steele knows nothing. In order to stop the bad guy, one should be prepared to stop the bad guy. Every church, every synagogue, every place of worship, every school should have those people armed and at the ready to protect that place. And any place that doesn't is wrong. Every gun-free zone is wrong. I cannot get a firearm out of the hands of the bad guy. The only thing I could do is try to be prepared if that moment should come. A bad guy who wants to get the gun is going to make that happen. And if you tell me we can get all the guns, I'll tell you, you can't get all the guns. You can get them from the law-abiding citizens. You can't get them from the criminals. Grown-ups need to be grown-ups, and that is recognizing the truth of a situation. The truth of a situation is boys cannot be girls and girls cannot be boys. And the Democratic Party has worked overtime to engage the abuse of children, to push forward this lie, this evil of something called gender-affirming care. These people are twisted, whether they be elected officials or teachers or doctors. Society is supposed to stand up and say they are wrong and stop them. So the story here, Mr. Steele and Mayor Frey and all these progressives out there who think they're so smart and just so righteous with, we're sick and tired of your thoughts and prayers. We don't need your thoughts and prayers. This is accurate. We don't need your thoughts and prayers. We do not need your thoughts about wanting to abuse children and mutilate children. And we do not need your prayers to hopefully one day be able to abuse more children and mutilate more children. One does not feed into mental illness, and transgenderism is mental illness. It is not allow this child to mutilate themselves or they'll kill themselves. That's a lie. You want to engage emotionally? Let's go fight. You're wrong, we're right. A society that doesn't protect children is not a worthy society at all in any way. That society fails. Just take a look at what happened. We're not going to allow this. We need to double down on our efforts to fight this. And these terrible progressives who want to push the idea that somehow this is care. It's not care. It's pure, raw, unadulterated evil. Feeding into mental illness is evil. It is wrong. The manipulation of children is wrong. Telling them that somehow they'll be better if they just take this medicine or engage this surgery is wrong. And parents who support it are abusing their children, and we should say so. Some parents are just trying to hold on to their children for dear lives. I didn't say it was easy. I didn't say I don't have a heart for them. I do. We're dealing with a much bigger subject. I don't need the thoughts and prayers of a political party and a group of people who proactively believe in the abusing and mutilation of children under the guise of care. We don't need you. What we need to do is ensure you never win another election again. We need to ensure you're out of power, and we need to ensure that our children know that people like that will never get a chance to abuse them again. That's what I think of your thoughts and prayers. Matt Bear has traffic.
Southbound 69 in Martinsville. This is crash after Henderson Ford Road blocking the right lane. No delay at the moment. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. Matt Barrett, WIBC Traffic.
Have you heard about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation? Your neighbor Bruce did.
Well, the project I was wanting to accomplish was my driveway. I wanted to see if I could get something that looked halfway decent, that would last a while. We also had a side patio surface redone.
Garage, basements, patios, sidewalks, driveways, Galaxy will transform your surface in as little as one day.
The crew was very, very good, excellent. The end result was just super. It is non-slippable surface. I get this if you want to make sure you're not going to have many people slipping or sliding when it rains.
Commercial or residential, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
The end result was just super. It was very easy to keep this surface clean. I had tire tracks all over it, and I just took out my hose, sprayed it down, and it looks just like new again.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. We are out of this world.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax, tag, title, license, 249 dealer doc, RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, 0 security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter, expires 9/1.
Hi, this is Denny Smith for Zero Res, and the August flash sale is on. 3 rooms of carpet cleaning starting at $119, plus a free hallway and $75 off duct cleaning. Now, when was the last time you gave your carpets some love? Listen, they are the largest air filter in your home, and unless those carpets are cleaned on a regular basis, the stuff that's in the fibers can be downright scary. There's a good chance you're breathing unhealthy levels of germs, dirt, dander, bacteria that just keep recirculating again and again. Well, with the Zero Res August flash sale, all of that could be history. And with their great gotta love it guarantee, they're going to make sure your investment with them is a great experience. The Zero Res service is easy to line up. Just go online at ZeroResIndy.com to do the scheduling at your convenience. Mention WIBC, you'll get 3 rooms cleaning starting at $119. $119 plus a free hallway and $75 off duct cleaning. It's the Zero Res August flash sale, 317-388-5141, online at ZeroResIndy.com.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hammer and Nigel show this afternoon, the biggest stories of the day, and Rob Kendall will rip off his shirt, put on war paint, and go off the rails. 93 WIBC.
Deals and specials are sizzling hot. It's the Central Indiana Gun and Knife Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Tippecanoe County Fairgrounds in Lafayette. The best dealers in the region will be at the Central Indiana Gun and Knife Show. Just $6 for adults. Kids 12 and under get in free. Must be 18 or accompanied by an adult. Buy, sell, trade. This Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Tippecanoe County Fairgrounds in Lafayette. For more info, visit CentralIndianaGunShows.com.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Our Secretary of State doesn't believe in transparency, but Andrew Ireland does. State Rep Andrew Ireland will be here to show he paid for his trip to Washington, D.C.
Join us Thursday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, what your governor is saying about redistricting, shots fired in Decatur County during a traffic stop, and what the Colts general manager is saying about his quarterbacks. After Fox News, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It is 7 o'clock.
A community grieves. Gianna Gelosi, Fox News. Hundreds gathered in the Twin Cities last night to mourn a church shooting that left 2 children dead and 17 others hurt before a gunman turned the gun on himself.
The shooter was born Robert Westman, but changed his name to Robin 6 years ago. The shooting began during a school-wide mass marking the beginning of the school year at around 8:30 local time yesterday morning. The shooter opened fire with a rifle, shotgun, and pistol, all legally purchased weapons, according to police. Also, according to police, his mother previously worked at the school. FBI Director Kash Patel is calling this a hate crime, posting, "The FBI is investigating this shooting as an act of domestic terrorism and hate crime targeting Catholics. The FBI will continue to provide updates on our ongoing investigation with the public as we are able."
And that's Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem claims the shooter had a rifle magazine with the words, "For the children, where is your God?" and "Kill Donald Trump" scrawled on it. Elsewhere in Minneapolis, Democrats were at their summer meeting trying to get a strategy together after their 2024 election losses.
Democrats pitching progressive ideas like packing the Supreme Court. One delegate even argues that things were better during COVID. Democrats claim they've overperformed expectations in more than 40 special elections around the country since President Trump took office. Still, one veteran Democrat believes the party remains clueless on crime as President Trump commandeers control of the D.C. police. The DNC concluded its meeting in Minneapolis shortly after a deadly shooting at a nearby Catholic elementary school. Democratic California Governor Gavin Newsom said the country can't even get through the first week of school without a shooting. Newsom said, quote, "The GOP will do absolutely nothing on gun violence," adding it was, quote, "sick."
And that's Fox's Chad Pergram. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What your governor is saying about redrawing the voting maps. Nothing on radar in downtown Indianapolis, where it's 58 degrees going up to 77. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 7:02.
So I've been clear from the get-go that this needs to be a slower process rather than one we rush into.
That's Governor Mike Braun saying he remains firm in his stance on redrawing Indiana's congressional maps, which already heavily favor Republicans.
But the Democrats have come out so strongly against it because they've gerrymandered every place they can get by with it.
And he appeared on WIBC's Hammer and Nigel show Wednesday. Braun had previously said holding a special session would cost you about $150,000. Police in Decatur County say they shot and killed a man Wednesday after he pointed a gun at them.
He was wanted on an unrelated warrant. I'm not sure what that warrant was for, but the officers, when they encountered this vehicle, they believed that it was involved in the incident that they had information about. Therefore, they conducted a high-risk traffic stop.
State Police Sergeant John Prine said it all went down during a traffic stop.
There's 3 officers involved in this incident, and each of those officers was equipped with a body-worn camera that was activated during this event.
And Prine said state police will lead the investigation. After a July 4th weekend shooting that killed 2 teenagers and injured others, Indianapolis counselors approved a stricter youth curfew, but they decided not to fine parents. At least that was the preliminary findings at a meeting last night. Democrat Councilor Chris DiCarlino called the fines predatory, while Republican Michael Paul Hart says,
I don't think so. I mean, it's a fine, right? It's aimed at the parent. It's put in there to be preventative. It's so people know that when you get that letter the first time, there's an awareness to this is what could happen.
And the Public Safety Committee will then tell the full council on September 8th that they do not want to fine parents. A motorcycle crash on Indy's south side early this morning came in about 1:30 to IMPD. They responded to the intersection of Southeast Street and East Hannah Avenue, where they found a motorcycle on its side. Video from the scene showed several cop cars around this motorcycle, and they're still looking into it. Indianapolis Colts general manager Chris Ballard talked about the team's upcoming season on Wednesday.
And he spent the bulk of the time talking about the Colts quarterback situation. I'm Sean Herrick. Ballard says they had a competitive battle for the starting quarterback job between Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson, which Ballard says Jones rightfully won.
Does that mean we're down on Anthony? No. But I don't want to, dismiss that, Daniel had a good run here.
He says he's not trading Richardson, and Ballard also says he's confident that Richardson is not done growing or learning. Sean Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You probably already know that the Indiana Fever are chasing a playoff spot. They are in Los Angeles on Friday to take on the LA Sparks. No word on whether Caitlin Clark will play. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. At 7:05, traffic on the fives. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's up, Ryan? Looking at northbound 65 Southside stop-and-go traffic. Keystone Avenue up to the south split because of road construction. Northbound 65 slows out of the north split to West Street. Southbound 65-70 construction zone slowing after Washington into the south split. Southeast side northbound 465 stop-and-go from I-74 past Brookville Road and crash clear southbound 69 after Henderson Ford Road approaching Martinsville. Traffic sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They've teamed up with the Indiana Fever and Common Threads to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies Incorporated. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. Can I tell you, I've been losing my voice because of what I would consider allergies. It happens around this time, the season change every year. And yesterday was bad, and this morning was bad, and right now, because I'm talking to you, I think I sound glorious.
Well, good. I'm glad I could help.
Yeah.
Does that mean I have to be on your show for the rest of the morning, or what?
No, you do whatever you want to do.
No.
I do. Whatever works.
Fair enough. Yeah, I know I've been having some allergy issues as well, and I think my son did too earlier in the week. So it is that time of year. I will say it is much better than what it was 24 hours ago. Yesterday morning we were waking up in the... What was that? Stop it one?
Oh, I'll get to that. I'm sorry. You go. Talk to me about weather.
We're warming about 20 degrees warmer than what we were yesterday morning in some spots. We're in the 60s in northern Indiana, 50s here in Indianapolis. Partly to mostly cloudy skies today. A spotty shower could be possible. High temperatures today near 78. Rain comes in later tonight. That is correct. Wow. Nailed it. I did nail it. I always nail the forecast. 57 degrees tonight. Sunny skies, a little bit cooler Friday with highs near 75, and a glorious Labor Day weekend. Sunny Saturday, sunny on Sunday with highs in the mid and upper 70s. Oh, wow. I love it. Have you popped these in with Marcus?
No, I don't have any Marcus sound whatsoever. Right?
Wow. But you pop my sounds in with Marcus.
No, I've never done that.
I think he might be freaked out.
I actually do have one Marcus sounder. This is my Marcus Bailey sounder. This is the sound of people responding to his weather reports. There it is. That's good.
Yep. Sounds about right.
But I should not interrupt your weather report. People do want to hear it. I won't do that again. I'll save all my commentary for afterwards. You deserve that. People want that. I'm sorry, everybody, for interrupting her. That's my fault. Shame on me.
Rude.
Shame on me right there.
Get off my lawn.
Tara Hastings.
Yes.
Wish TV meteorologist. I'm going to turn these into ringtones. So help me, this is happening. How do we offer that up? Someone's got to help me with this right here. What is the temperature right now? Where are we at? 57 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:09.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's Diamond Engagement Ring Store.
I'm going to start with the take. Carly Ursay-Gordon should fire Chris Ballard right now. I don't know what we're waiting for. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. JMV joins us right now. He is the voice of sports in Indiana from 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. Chris Ballard is the general manager of the Colts, JMV. Chris Ballard is doing a presser, which I guess he doesn't answer many questions. You can answer that one for me. And he's asked about why Daniel Jones is starting quarterback over Anthony Richardson. And he basically gives a response of, why are you asking me about this? Why does that matter to you? Why do you care? Why are we talking about this? Why aren't you talking about something else? Why are you coming at me? Why is everybody being so aggressive? It was not just strange. It was not just peculiar. It was nuts. And it's very much looked like Chris Ballard was not prepared at all to stand up for the decision of his coach. What happened there?
I think a lot of it, Tony, we've talked about this before, is the entitlement of just not showing results and going now into year number 9 and being able to survive in your job. You just have that entire entitlement of that alone. And really, not a lot stood out to me, because I remember going back to last year suggesting if Anthony Richardson was not ready to start in week number 1 of year number 3, why are we doing this? Why is anybody around? So outside of a fresh new start in a new season, that's the one thing I don't understand, because to me, the fact that he has not progressed to the point where he can start in year 3 and week number 1, that is on him, but that is majorly on a staff that wanted him here and knew everything about him as far as not being ready and what had to be done to prepare him to be ready. To me, I don't know why anybody is here at this point other than the fact it's a fresh new season, and hope springs eternal around the NFL this time of year.
I hear you. Yet I cannot picture for a moment any fan of the Indianapolis Colts hearing GM Ballard, the general manager, and saying, that's a guy who has a grip on this team. That's a guy who has the respect of this team. That's a guy who is engaged in leadership. Has he lost the room?
Oh, he's lost the room long ago. If you're talking about the room being the fan base, Tony, long ago, because you're talking about a guy going into year 9 here. It's year 9 with little to no results that feels and is comfortable with that level of bravado. I'm used to that bravado because I've sat alone with him before and had that type of back and forth, which is uncomfortable, but still kind of funny to me. But at the same time, he's shown no results, but he still feels the need, it necessary, comfortable to act like that, act like, well, what are you doing talking about my decisions? Well, your decisions have stunk for the better part of 9 years. That's why we're talking about those decisions right now. And not only is that on him, but that's now on Shane Steichen, because the fan base will feel similar to Shane Steichen as they do to Ballard right now. So, yeah, you got to win to get some of this stench away, because that's exactly how a lot of people feel. If you're not smelling it, you're apathetic to it and not caring about it as much, which are both bad signs for the Colts starting a new season.
Talking to JMV, the voice of sports in Indiana, 93.5, 107.5, The Fan, every afternoon. This is why I start where I started. Carly Ursay-Gordon should fire him right now. As a signal to the team, as a signal to the fans that we're not going to just get along to get along. And this is the kind of mealy-mouthed nonsense that kills teams. It kills morale. It kills the connectivity, the cohesiveness. We're not going to have it. Now, she could still be learning on the job. I don't know her. I have nothing against her. I believe that this is the move. This is the move of strength and conviction, and turn to Shane Steichen and say, go coach this team the way you need to. Get us to the playoffs. Am I wrong? Am I putting the cart before the horse?
I don't think, if you believe, Tony, that this organization now or 6 months ago, whatever, should go in a different direction, I don't think you're wrong whatsoever. But the reality of the circumstances would be, as you mentioned, that's not going to happen. I don't know what she's going to be like or what she is like right now, but I do know that she is going to gauge them on their results on this season. And that is the cut and the dry of it. And I'm not suggesting you're wrong. Nobody is wrong that is looking for change. But she is going to give them the season and then a season worth of results to make that determination to move forward, whereas you and I long ago had made our own determination, much like a lot of other fans. But that's just not the case with her. I just don't know how ultimately she's going to gauge, handle it, where the bar is going to be set. I do know at the start of the season, Tony, the bar is incredibly low. Beat the Dolphins, and you got a feel-good start of the season. We've not seen her out here in forever. The bar is set incredibly low going into this year.
So you are in she gets to wait it out and then make the decisions after the season. Whatever happens, I'm going to say it now. I'm not putting any of this on Shane Steichen. I think he needs a couple of years without Ballard to be able to coach his team, but we'll discuss that another time. JMV, the voice of sports in Indiana, 93.5, 107.5. The Fan, I appreciate you being with us. Matt Bear has traffic. What's up, Matthew?
All right, Tony, looking at northbound 65 stop-and-go traffic, Raymond Street into the South Split. Southeast side, northbound 465 slows from 74 up to Washington Street. Traffic sponsored by Grand Appliance. Shop the Labor Day sale at Grand Appliance and save on Bosch and other top appliance brands. Visit grandappliance.com or your local Grand showroom today. Appliance experts since 1930. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
57 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
Comcast Business High Five Hotline. What's the state of your excitement?
I signed my business up for the 5-year price lock guarantee, and I can't stop high-fiving people. High five!
Okay,
Ooh,
deep
high
breath.
Five, high five.
You're in a good place. You signed your business up for 5 years of gig speed internet and advanced security, all on our ultra-reliable network.
Gig speeds and advanced security? I'm so stoked.
Yep, and you get it at a great rate that's locked in for 5 years.
Woo!
The high five is just your body's way of saying, I'm winning.
So this is natural.
High-fiving everyone you see in a state of business savings enthusiasm? Totally natural.
Sweet! Thank you! Thank you! High five, everybody! High five!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee is back, but only for a limited time, so sign your business up today.
High five!
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/25 for new customers with qualifying bundle. Current customers may be eligible depending on services and area. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Well, summer's still hot, and so are the deals at Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get 0% for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Aviator and Nautilus, or 0.9% for 72 months on 2025 Grand Touring Corsair. Or how about a $50,000 Lincoln Corsair from just $499 per month? So come get one of those hot summer deals at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
MSRP $52.20, 36-month term, $2,500 due at signing, $499 a month, 10,500 miles per year. Good through 8/31/25.
Don't let that summer job go again because you don't have the right tools. At Quality Supply and Tool, now through September 26th, or while supplies last, there's a huge DeWalt sale going on. Buy select 20-volt bare tools and get a free 5-amp-hour battery. That's a $100 value. Buy a DeWalt 4-in-1 or 5-in-1 Tough System modular workstation and get 2 2-drawer units free. That's more than a $200 value. Quality Supply and Tool has locations in Jeffersonville, Bloomington, West Lafayette, and South Harding Street in Indy. And Quality Supply and Tool thinks outside the box store.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply.
Grow
grown-ups. Don't go back to school. Go forward through school into your future as an IT professional. Whether you're starting out, switching careers, or a veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you get into IT in just a few short months with no prior experience. So take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Your rewarding career in IT awaits. That's mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the VA benefits.
It is seconds away, the popcorn moment. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Brought to you by Booher Remodeling, BOOHER, BooherRemodeling.com. These are your people, your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement. If it's inside your four walls, Booher Remodeling is the call. These are good people. Longtime supporters of this show, of WIBC, and of creating great kitchens. Countertops, cabinets, storage space, pantries, organization. What is it that you need? What is it that you want? What do you want your kitchen to be like? No, not what somebody else's kitchen is. Their kitchen's terrible. What do you want? What's your idea? That's what they want to work with. Your ideas, turning them into a reality. Their 5-step design process means that every step of the way, you're being listened to, you know what's going on, there are no surprises, and you end up with the kitchen you have always wanted in a time frame you know exactly how long it's going to be, and everything works to perfection. Booher Remodeling. They do quality work on time with a service-oriented attitude. The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen, the name brands you know and trust. Booher. Excellent people. Decades here in Central Indiana. Let them take care of you. Booher Remodeling. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling. 852-5546 or online at Booher. That's right, Booher. BOOHER. BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. That was 5 of them. That was 5 let's goes, by the way. It's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn because there is more. So as we have spoken about the horror show of what took place in Minneapolis, 2 children dead, 17 injured, children protecting other children from gunshots, from this mentally ill man who thought he was a woman, claimed to be a woman, his mother buying into this, feeding into this mental illness. That is the evil his family did. I can't say the whole family did. I know the mother did. No society should feed into mental illness. It doesn't mean we should be rude to people. It doesn't mean we should hate people. It means we have to love them enough to say no. Your child wants to say they're this, that, or the other. The answer is no. The love is there. You got to love your kid enough to say no. And I should really follow this up with, could you stop trying to be your kid's friend? Your kid is 9. Why are you trying to be friends with a 9-year-old? It's weird. Your kid's 16. Why are you trying to be friends with a 16-year-old? It's weird. You are not your child's friend. You are the parent. It is a different role. It is a commendable role. It is a joyous role. Enjoy it. Take it. Embrace it. Do the job. You're not their friend. And that's not a bad thing, kids. Your parent is your parent. Your friends are your friends. It's different. And it's necessary, and it's good, and it's worthy. Just something to keep in mind. But we have a tremendous number of people who want to buy into the mental illness. And in this, I bring you Jake Tapper from CNN with one of the most, if not the most despicable bits of wordplay I have heard in a while. You have this man who claimed to be a woman. I want to kill all the dirty, filthy Jew Zionists. I want to kill the president. Everything written down, these manifestos and everything else. This was an awful person. A person filled with rage and hate and violence and engaged in it. And lied to. And allowed to lie to themselves about their situation. They were never going to be a woman. They were always going to be a man. And here's Jake Tapper. After we know what we know.
The Minneapolis Star-Tribune, just as another piece of the puzzle as to who the shooter was, the Minneapolis Star-Tribune says, according to court records, because there's been some confusion about what the shooter's name was.
Yes.
Robin Westman's mother applied to change her child's name in 2019. It was, at one point, Robert Paul Westman.
Correct.
But since she identifies as a female and wants her name to reflect that identification, was underage, it's now Robin Westman.
Allow me. If there was a legal name change, I do not fault a so-called news organization or anybody else for utilizing that name. He was never a she. And calling this murderer she is a lie, it's a fraud, it's buying into the mental illness, it's supporting mental illness. Jake Tapper is wrong and despicable here. He should man up, grow up, and say, this was not a woman, this was a man. Ketanji Brown Jackson might not know the difference between a woman and a man and define what a woman is, but we can. If she wants to play the part of an ignorant fool, let her. If Jake Tapper wants to engage like this, he should be taken off the air. Oh, by the way, I think Ketanji Brown Jackson should be removed from the bench. But hey, that's a different subject. He was not a woman. He is not a she. The words have meaning, and you don't get to pick your pronoun. I'm telling you, I don't think we're fighting back hard enough against this madness, this evil that is destroying children, destroying lives, this feeding into mental illness. What Jake Tapper here did here is disgusting and reprehensible, which, of course, is on target for Jake, who wrote the book about Joe Biden and said, oh my gosh, did anybody else know he was mentally incapacitated? I, for one, am shocked. Don't buy into this, guys. Love your children enough to be honest with them about what's happening. And love your children enough who are going through this to tell them no. I didn't say it wasn't hard. I'm not saying I can completely understand the position you're in. But you got to love your kids enough. You have no options. Matt Bear has traffic.
Northbound 65 Southside stop-and-go traffic, Keystone Avenue up to the south split. That's a 6-minute delay. On the southeast side, northbound 465 slow from 74 up to Brookville Road. And inbound 69, 5-minute delay, 116th Street, 282nd. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show this afternoon, the biggest stories of the day, and Rob Kendall will rip off his shirt, put on war paint, and go off the rails. 93 WIBC.
You need a deal on a new car, on a new truck, on a new fleet vehicle. You need Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield, including electric vehicles. I'm telling you, the Ford Lightning, the F-150, the electric, it's magnificent. Go check it out at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. Or check out the Mustang with 0% APR financing for 48 months. Right now, their red, white, and new sales event, that's right, they're still celebrating independence. You can get no payments for 3 months, which is a pretty beautiful thing. A Mustang with 0% APR financing for 48 months. You can save $15,000 off MSRP on new 2024 F-150s or Expeditions. They're there. They're in stock. Have you seen the lot? Have you driven by? Stop. 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield. Just walk in right now, say, Tony Katz sent me, and I was told there would be pie. I have no idea if there'll be pie, but they will talk to you, and they have got tremendous deals. Talk to Andy Moore Ford today. The service, the selection, the commercial vehicles, if you own a business, honestly, that's the place to be. Andy Moore Ford, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at Andy Moore Ford, MOHR, AndyMooreFord.com.
Everyone is talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation. Like your neighbor Dennis.
I was in the process of refinishing my garage and, trying to turn it into a man cave. So I started searching, online, and I ran across Galaxy.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings is not epoxy. It's better.
First thing I wanted to do initially is I wanted to repair where the concrete had eroded. They said they could do that. I said, well, heck, let me go ahead and get the entire floor covered.
Commercial or residential, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
They were so courteous and respectful of the home and the property. And when they're done, they cleaned up, picked up, swept up. It was like they were never there.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com now. That's Galaxy Concrete Coatings. And remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. We're out of this world.
I would recommend Galaxy over any other competitor, hands down. You're going to be taken care of and you're going to be satisfied. These guys know what they're doing.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Kendall and Casey.
The ultimate job of why we send people to Congress is not to be a teammate or an opposition to the president. It's to be a check and balance. If there's areas you agree, great, you vote together. If there's areas you don't agree, you push back. And all we see now in terms of our Congress is just, hey, if it's Democrat, it's blanket opposition. And if you're Republican, it's blatant errand boy behavior.
Kendall and Casey. Weekdays 9 till noon on 93 WIPC and WIPC.com.
Buying a diamond has changed. There are mined and lab-grown diamonds. Pierce Jewelers carries both. Pierce can educate you and save your hard-earned money. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
President Trump called for the return of the death penalty in the nation's capital.
93 WIPC.
Trafficking $2 billion worth of heroin a year.
Grammy-nominated musician busted with child porn and coke.
What happens next?
Legislation could leave communities like Beech Grove with millions less in funding.
Happens here.
ChatGPT helped a 16-year-old kid explore suicide methods.
Stay in the know.
Gas prices have shot up across Indiana.
While you're on the go. 93 WIPC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
An act of evil in Minnesota, and the victims remembered. Nothing on radar. 55 degrees on Monument Circle, going up to 77 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31.
Last night, people held a vigil mourning the deaths of an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old. Another 14 children between the ages of 6 and 15 were hurt by the gunfire. 3 adults in their 80s were also shot.
Fox's Connor Hansen in Minneapolis this morning reports that people there are remembering the children who were killed by a monster at a Catholic church Wednesday.
Police have identified the shooter as 23-year-old Robin Westman. They say Westman did not have a criminal history, bought the weapons legally, and acted alone. Now, police said they're combing through a disturbing online manifesto that contained all kinds of different writings, even some directed at President Trump.
Nearly 200 kids were attending Mass when the shooting happened. Fired CDC Director Susan Monarez is refusing to step down. She had been on the job for about 2 weeks when HHS announced on X that she was no longer leading the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. A man who threw a sandwich at a federal agent in D.C. will not be indicted. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Washington had sought an indictment in a felony assault case. Your deliveries might soon go full robot.
Tech startup Robomart is debuting a new self-driving electric vehicle designed solely to bring you your orders. Its new RM5 vehicle looks like a bank of lockers on wheels. It's actually an EV with 10 lockers that can carry hundreds of pounds of stuff to be delivered in a car that's roughly 12 feet long, 5 feet wide, and 7 feet tall. The company hopes to partner with retailers using its own commerce app. You, the customer, will use the app to unlock the locker containing your purchase when it rolls up to your preferred delivery point, all for a one-size-fits-all delivery fee of $3.
That's Fox's Eben Brown reporting. And YouTube TV and Fox have struck a temporary deal to avoid interruptions for subscribers. YouTube TV says both sides are working toward what it calls a fair deal and promises a $10 credit to subscribers if content goes online for an extended period of time. Sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com if you're an Indianapolis Colts fan who's lost faith in quarterback Anthony Richardson. General manager says, Chris Ballard says he cannot help you get it back.
I don't know how to answer why should people believe. I think you know the answer. They believe when you win. If you don't, they don't believe.
And Ballard spent much of Wednesday's press conference talking about his former first-round pick.
It wouldn't matter who was a quarterback. They wouldn't believe. If you didn't win, they're not going to believe.
And as you know, Ballard and head coach Shane Steichen picked Daniel Jones as the starter. But does that decision put extra pressure on Ballard entering his 9th season as GM?
I care deeply about this organization and city, okay? The fans, the way they treat you, they're great. Now I got a few emails that were nasty, but I always wonder if that's from what basement is some dude writing that from.
And he continued.
But saying that, I just don't roll that way. I never have. I never rolled that way where I worry about, what the future holds.
And the Colts open the season against the Miami Dolphins. A week from Sunday, college football is back. Purdue opens the season at home against Ball State Saturday. IU plays at home against Old Dominion. And Notre Dame kicks off Sunday night in Miami. And the Fever are on the road for 3 starting tomorrow in L.A. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:35, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
8-minute delay on inbound 69 116th Street, 282nd. South side, 8-minute delay on northbound 65. It's construction from Keystone Avenue up to the south split. Westbound 70 slows into the north split out to Meridian Penn. Southbound 65, 70 stop and go traffic from Michigan Street down to the south split. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
57 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
Whenever I'm out a wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace, Voltron. Nothing but Voltron.
Ready to form Voltron. Activate interlock. Dynatherms connected. Infracells up.
Matt Barry, your Dynatherms connected?
Hardcore right now. Hold on, I had to tighten one. Let's show. Okay. Yeah. Good go. Let's go.
Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. The marketplace. That's where we find all the weird stuff. The marketplace segment presented by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash. Go get it. IndianaUnclaimed.gov on the marketplace. There's cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff, all sorts of stuff. I bought stuff. I have sold stuff. I've done everything on the marketplace. And this.
Mega thrusters are go.
Oh, how many times I've been told my mega thrusters are go. Woo. Yee.
Are go. Let's go.
Voltron was a cartoon. And Matt Pear, do you remember Voltron?
Oh, yeah, it was big time.
How would you describe what Voltron was?
Oh, man, it was like the Kate Upton of the 80s and 90s. It was the biggest thing in the world. And it was 5 different robots that had come together to form one super robot, and that super robot was named Voltron. I love the song. I love the whole intro of the cartoon. It was so amazing. Voltron's fighting to save us right now, Tony.
And
There it is. Now you have Voltron. You cannot have Voltron without the head. We all know this.
Nope. Voltron without the head is just a Danish.
It's just Tron.
I feel good about that. So someone is selling this is what it says, 23-inch Voltron Matty Collector Club Lion Force complete unopened.
Oh, baby.
23-inch tall Voltron from the 2012 Club Lion Force membership. None of them have been opened. I slid 2 of them out to admire them. Well, who hasn't?
Yeah, you'd have to.
All 5 pilots are included, and the exclusive Sven figure.
Sexy Sven. What?
Most people pay extra for the exclusive Sven figure. True story. Sven is the name of our next door neighbor's cat.
He was actually the 6th lion.
Meow. Right. Yeah, that's what he sounds like.
Meow.
Unfortunately, I'm not shipping due to the size and weight of this beast. This has been stored in my closet in a smoke-free home. Local pickup will be at the local fire department in Fairland, Indiana. Price is negotiable. Matt Bear, are you in for the 23-inch tall Voltron from a smoke-free home for $800?
I would ruin my credit for this. This is so awesome. I love Voltron, even though Voltron wasn't the most powerful super robot in the 90s and 2000s and the 80s. I want this Voltron. I want to play Voltron and fight the evil that was bestowed upon our Earth before Voltron arrived.
Matt?
Yes.
Who was the most powerful robot from
that
the
was
80s and 90s?
That was Devastator. He was a Decepticon. That was the construction vehicles that would come together. It's just everybody knows, every kid knows that Devastator would have kicked Voltron's ass, but that doesn't mean Voltron was bad. He just wasn't as tough. Omega Supreme.
Who would win in a fight, Voltron or Iron Hulk?
Oh, Voltron. Voltron has that one. Voltron, I mean, it's not like he wasn't S-class or not the top tier. I'm just saying Devastator was top tier too, and he was just a little bit tougher.
Right.
I know that.
I would have picked the robot from Small Wonder.
It's a tough one. Wasn't Alf a robot?
Alf was not a robot. Alf was just, confused.
What about Short Circuit, Johnny Five?
Oh, Johnny Five. Is Johnny Five the one who sent the kids into space?
That was I didn't know anybody else ever saw that movie when they were a kid. Yeah, that was Jinx.
Yeah,
Jinx,
okay.
the little robot that looked like R2-D2.
Jinx.
Yeah.
All right.
Jinx and Max to space.
The moral of the story is that Matt Bear and I did not do much dating in high school.
No.
I believe.
Come on, man.
That's where we're at.
You don't have to tell everybody that.
With this conversation.
Ow, that
Matt
hurts.
Berry, so you're in for this at $800.
Wow. Yeah, I'll give a limb.
All right. It's Voltron, people. Who knew? Who knew?
And I'll form the head.
Matt Bear likes a little robot lion dress up.
Does it come with a pair of Voltron skivs or anything? I mean, that'd be cool. A little snug. Be all right. I'd like that. Be a little Voltron. I'm going home.
Find it over there at WIBC.com. Everything from the marketplace is there. And maybe gives Matt some alone time. Tony Katz, 93, WIBC. Good morning.
Scrolling all day. Clickbait everywhere. But the facts, they're harder to find.
WIBC didn't just report the story. They explained why it matters.
I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level on the go.
I check the WIBC website every morning before I even open social media.
Online, on social, on air. Stay in the know while you're on the go.
You've got to stay in the know.
Stay informed.
Now more than ever, we have information.
93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Indianapolis is number 2, according to Zillow. Number 2 among 2025's hottest real estate markets. Home values are up. They're holding strong. It's a great time to sell. You want to hire the team with proven systems to maximize your equity. Sell your home with Mark Dietel. Perhaps what you're worried about is that with a challenging market, you won't sell your home for the price that it's worth. Mark Dietel is the only real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. You just pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Dan and Casey in Indianapolis said it was time to downsize, and we needed to sell our old house quickly at full value. Mark Dietel made it happen. We got our asking price in a few weeks without any repairs or an appraisal. You want to talk to the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended. The agent who guarantees your home sold, or he will buy it. That's Mark Dietel. 317-755-4232. Get all the details or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com.
This back-to-school season, we know you have enough on your mind. That's why Hubler's got you and your family covered for 100,000 miles. Now through Labor Day, shop over 2,000 vehicles at any of our 13 convenient locations. Buy with zero down. Choose from all makes and models. Certified, luxury, even the hard-to-find ones. Yes, zero down delivers. Plus, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring us your old car for an immediate appraisal on the spot. So head back to school in a Hubler Q-certified vehicle with a free Carfax history report and a 128-point vehicle inspection. Hubler's got you covered. For 100,000 miles, visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations and spend less on back to school. Through Labor Day, zero down delivers at Hubler. Cover me! Select models approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Bear, what's going on?
7-minute delay inbound 69 116th Street, 282nd. Northbound 65 delayed 8 minutes from the south side. It's Keystone Avenue into the south split. A construction delay, just like southbound 6570 from the north split to the south split. 5 minutes extra there. Northwest side northbound 465 slow 86th Street up to 865. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
57 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 7:46.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Deals and specials are sizzling hot. It's the Central Indiana Gun and Knife Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Tippecanoe County Fairgrounds in Lafayette. The best dealers in the region will be at the Central Indiana Gun and Knife Show. Just $6 for adults. Kids 12 and under get in free. Must be 18 or accompanied by an adult. Buy, sell, trade. This Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Tippecanoe County Fairgrounds in Lafayette. For more info, visit CentralIndianaGunShows.com.
Jeff Chapman here. Your home has a lot of systems. We cover them all. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, drains, and now electrical. Remember the man for all seasons, and now more reasons. Chapman, ChapmanHeating.com.
Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you, because you can't be pinned down, unless you want to be. Your first love story is free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at Audible.com.
Join the Home and Garden Show live this Saturday from 9 till 1 at Anderson Speedway, where they'll preview Saturday night's Night of Thrills. Get thrilled to the max with figure 8 racing, Prairie Farms trailer races, and more.
We were told that after the raid on the home of the former ambassador, John Bolton, that this was the Trump administration engaging in revenge. This was all revenge, nothing but revenge. Look at what the Trump administration is doing. They're weaponizing the Department of Justice to go after his enemies. We've already seen the DOJ weaponized to go after people, right? We've seen this very clearly, and it didn't come from Trump. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Yesterday, it got reported by the New York Times, of all people, in a story that you might not hear much about because they won't admit to it in other places. I'm amazed the Times actually did it. Again, there are still some journalists there. The investigation into John Bolton, former National Security Advisor to President Trump in the first term, former ambassador to the UN, this started in the Biden administration. It was the Biden DOJ looking at John Bolton and suggesting through evidence that he mishandled classified material, including information that he may have sent on an unclassified system while in the Trump White House. The messages, which, according to Newsweek, contain sensitive material from classified documents sent to people who were close to Bolton, who were helping him write his book, The Room Where It Happened. Oh. Okay. So now I would like to share with you all of the apologies that leftist media now has for making the claim that the Trump administration was engaging in retribution. Uh-huh. Yep, yeah. That's a nice one. Yeah, right. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. So no apologies? How many more ways can today's so-called trusted media look like clowns? It's embarrassing. I'm sorry, it's what?
It's embarrassing.
It is. It is.
Who is your daddy?
Well, those of us in this milieu who aren't swayed by nonsense. We're the ones who said, well, what are we looking at here? Let's figure it out first. Let's get the information and then discuss it. No, not MSNBC, not CNN, not the networks. No. Retribution, because it doesn't matter. They have no skin in the game. They are never, ever held accountable. And being held accountable is not a violent thing. Being held accountable is, why are they still allowed on TV? Why are they still there in print? How come no one says, you're not trustworthy? You realize that the Gelman effect, amnesia effect, is real. This is the idea that you read an article, let's say in a paper, right? This is the way it's described. You read the article and you know that everything in the article is wrong. They got it wrong. They got names wrong, they got dates wrong, they got ideas wrong, concepts wrong, the facts wrong, the quotes wrong. They got it all wrong. You're like, this is 100% wrong. And then you read the next article and you're like, oh, wow, this is fascinating. Why would we do that? Why would we do that? Why would you believe the next thing? In how many more ways do they have to tell you that they can't be trusted? They aren't trustworthy. Speaking of not trustworthy, as somebody brought up in the chat, we're live streaming on YouTube. Just go to WIBC. You can find it on Twitter X as well. We've got a chat room up. We've got people in there. It's growing every day, and I love it. What happened to the Tom LoBianco AI story about Michael Beckwith's office and a video of impropriety? That showed a member's wife allegedly topless. It was AI generated. What happened? Where's the video? You're telling me the video was somehow hidden? We were all told that there was this video and there was this great big thing. Why am I trusting Tom LoBianco? Let Tom answer the question. You have sources. What are the sources? You put this out there. Listen, I think that Michael Beckwith has done a bad job as lieutenant governor. I think whatever anybody was hoping from him has all gone by the wayside. I think he's damaged credibility greatly. I can't tell you about evangelical circles. I can tell you about rational circles. Well, see, that's rude because evangelicals are rational, but I think that there's a real enjoyment of Michael Beckwith because of the religious connection. So I shouldn't say that these people aren't rational because that's rude. And that's actually wrong. I shouldn't do that. You see that? That's how, when you make a mistake, you correct yourself. But I think evangelical circles are way too considerate of Michael Beckwith's failings, and I think they need to be more critical of it. That would be a much more apt way to say the thing. But still, I have no idea what happened in his office. And all these accusations, no one's been able to prove anything. Oh, they scream about and they yell about it. Oh, this and that. You haven't proven a damn thing, and I think there should be apologies by this stage of the game. Or find the video. Good gosh. Meanwhile, seems like Bolton did something pretty wrong here. Let the investigation continue. Matt Bear has traffic.
South side, northbound 65 slow, Edgewood up to 465. And again, after South Keystone Avenue into the south split because of construction, southbound 65, 70 stop and go from the north split down to Fletcher Avenue, and westbound 70 slow into the north split from Sherman Drive. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with Traffic on the Fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license 249 dealer doc. RAV4 model 4432. Tacoma model 7540. 36 months, $29.99 due, zero security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter. Expires 9/1.
Citizens, since we each upgraded to Xfinity in our homes, the Wi-Fi has been booming. It's fair to say our town has officially become a boomtown.
Mayor, will I be able to drop into multiplayer gaming battles with low lag?
The lag won't be an issue, but your questionable skills may be.
And what if I have hundreds of devices on the Wi-Fi? Purely hypothetical.
Seems like a lot, but sure, hundreds of devices all booming together with the Xfinity Gateway. Yes, friends and neighbors, with Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
The Wi-Fi isn't the only thing that's booming. Now get the most reliable Wi-Fi and our best-in-class equipment for one consistent price for 5 years guaranteed. All in. Plus, get unlimited data included and no annual contract. All with the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New residential customers only. Select plans only. Xfinity Gateway with X5 Complete required for unlimited data except in certain areas. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. Actual speeds vary.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers. And sometimes it's an overworked accountant.
who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock, because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
The Labor Day sale is going on now at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Hey, this is Spencer Thompson, and now through September the 8th, save 50% off all Lazy Boy and Flex Steel, plus the lowest price of the year on all Indiana-made Smith Brothers of Bern. Save up to $800 on Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Nectar mattresses. Hurry in to Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus for our Labor Day sale. Offer ends Monday, September the 8th.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
At Advent, we help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine by getting your nose and throat working with our unique Advent approach that you won't find elsewhere.
Join the Home and Garden Show Saturday in Anderson at Anderson Speedway, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. as they preview Saturday evening's Night of Thrills at Anderson Speedway.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, why Indianapolis police were called to the U-Indy campus on Wednesday night, what Indiana political leaders are saying about parent curfew fines, and what the governor said about a special session after Fox News 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It is 8 o'clock.
Love and candles. I'm Therese Crowley, Fox News. Minnesota opens its arms to the families of the shooting at Annunciation Catholic Church with prayers and vigils for the 2 children killed, 14 wounded, and 3 parishioners, 2 in their 80s. Investigators examining the writings and YouTube videos left behind by the 23-year-old shooter who killed himself. Robin Westman, armed with a rifle, shotgun, and pistol, fired dozens of rounds through a side window of the church.
The shooter was named Robert at birth, but that later changed when he was 17 years old. Court records show Robert Westman was granted a name change to Robin in 2020, with the court writing, quote, minor child identifies as a female. Authorities say they're aware of a manifesto that the shooter had time to be released on YouTube, which has since been taken down. And DHS posted on X saying in part, quote, this deeply sick murderer scrawled the words for the children and where is your God and kill Donald Trump on a rifle magazine. This level of violence is unthinkable. Also, police say the shooter used 3 legally purchased guns for this attack.
The FBI investigating as an act of domestic terror and hate crime against Catholics, with over 400 hostile acts against Catholic churches this year. President Trump continues to eye Chicago for federal crime enforcement.
Chicago's mayor defends his resistance to accepting National Guard reinforcements, pointing to a 31% drop in murders.
The positive trends that we are experiencing right now is because we're doing the things that work.
Jeanette Ringgold has lost 2 sons, LeDevret and Navaje, to gun violence.
Talk to the people who are the numbers to find out what's really going on.
The Great Lakes Naval Station just north of Chicago confirms that the Department of Homeland Security has reached out for support, potentially to house federal personnel.
Fox's Mike Tobin in Chicago. America is listening to Fox News.
'93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Why Indianapolis police were called to the University of Indianapolis. You have a cloudy sky, but nothing on radar. 55 degrees downtown, going up to 77 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 8:02. A UIndy student is found dead in an apartment. Jarrett Lewis has the details.
The University of Indianapolis Police Department and IMPD are now investigating the death of a student found dead in an apartment at University Lofts. Officers came to the apartment at around 8:30 Wednesday night. They said they found a college-aged male deceased in not natural circumstances. University President Tanuja Singh released a statement saying they are cooperating with police and supporting the family. The student's identity has not been released at this time. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Indiana flags will fly at half-staff today through Sunday to honor the children killed in the Minnesota shooting Wednesday. Governor Braun says the move follows President Trump's orders for flags at federal buildings. Last night, Indianapolis counselors debated whether parents should be fined if their kids break curfew months after a shooting that killed 2 teenagers downtown and injured several others. Democratic counselor Krista Carlino.
Mr. Chairman, are discriminatory and predatory, and I'll be voting no tonight.
Republican counselor Michael Paul Hart.
It's your responsibility to be accountable for your child, and if you determine not to do that, this is what can happen, and it can happen to anybody.
And the Public Safety Committee plans to tell the full council on September 8th that they do not support fining parents. Indiana Governor Mike Braun isn't wanting to move too fast on calling a special session.
I've been clear from the get-go that this needs to be a slower process rather than one we rush into.
Braun appeared on WIBC's Hammer and Nigel to talk redistricting and other things Wednesday. He said in the past that a special session would cost you about $150,000. The quarterback situation for the Indianapolis Colts might strike you as complicated. Here's John Herrick.
Anthony Richardson was the number 4 overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, and it looked like he'd be the starter this year. But the team elected to go with Daniel Jones as the starter instead. Colts general manager Chris Ballard said Wednesday his message to Richardson is to never stop working.
Because you're one snap away. That is real. And that's a natural development. I know you want me to sit here and give you an A to B plan. Look, it's about daily, everyday work and doing it without the pressure of being the starter.
And Ballard says even though Richardson is not the starter as of now, the team is not trading him. John Herrick, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
Notre Dame opens the season Sunday night in Miami with a new quarterback under center, redshirt freshman C.J. Carr.
You know, the conversations have mostly been Miami game plan. How are we going to attack these guys? You know, what are the good plays? What are the checks we want to get to? What are they playing? And, we're just coming up with a good plan.
And Carr says he's just wanting to keep it simple and focus on the game plan. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s. What are you watching, Matt Bear?
Right now, southbound 65, 70 stop and go traffic. North split down to the south split for a 2-minute delay. Northbound 65 south side slows after Southport Road up to 465 because of construction. Delayed 3 minutes. Northbound 65 slows down again after South Keystone Avenue into the south split. And then looking to westbound 70. Pockets of slow. Emerson Avenue through the north split out to Meridian Penn. Inbound 69 slowing down after 116th Street 282nd for a 6-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Mattress Firm. Need better sleep? Upgrade to a premium mattress at Mattress Firm's Labor Day sale, the best sale of the year. They make sleep easy. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What do we know?
Hey, good morning. We are starting off with temperatures much warmer than yesterday. We're going to look for a partly to mostly cloudy sky today. Could see a few spotty showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. I don't think you're going to see significant rainfall, but you may get wet, so heads up. Despite the cloud cover, we're going to get up to 78 degrees today. Showers end later tonight, partly cloudy overnight. We'll fall to about 57. Mostly sunny skies on your Friday, a touch cooler with highs right around 75. And then for the weekend, spectacular. Mostly sunny skies, mid-70s on Saturday and near 80 on Sunday.
That is Tara Hastings right there of Wish TV. Thank you, Tara. Appreciate you quite a bit. Right now, we've got ourselves 57 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:07.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
IBJ is telling a story. Comes to them via the Indiana Capital Chronicle. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Says the Indiana Department of Administration has saved Hoosier taxpayers about $37.6 million under the first 6 months of the Braun administration. They've identified $72 million in previously anticipated expenses that it will now avoid. Okay. If you want to tell me that we're being accountable for what we're spending and not spending where we don't need to, great. I like that quite a bit. Contract renegotiations, according to the governor, who was just on with Hammer and Nigel yesterday, I believe. You can find that at WIBC.com. Contract renegotiations saved $1.4 million and prevented $37 million in projected spending. This is a cut in spending, not spending where we don't need to, is worthwhile. This was part of a release. Is that it? It was part of a press release. Reassigning vehicles across agencies saved another $2.1 million and avoided unnecessary purchases. Tell that to Micah Beckwith and FN Diego. I'm sorry, fake news Diego. Sometimes it's just easier to say FN Diego. Fake news Diego Morales, Secretary of State. So it just comes out as FN Diego. I'm sorry, I should really use the proper terminology. You know what, Producer Carl, could you stay on me on that, please? Just make sure that I'm saying fake news Diego Morales instead of just effing Diego. That's just, I'm not supposed to do that. You know, you should use the title. He's worked so hard for it. I don't know if it accounts for their purchases of ridiculous SUVs that they did not need at prices that did not need to be spent. And Micah Beckwith wants to argue he needed a $95,000 SUV. Micah Beckwith is wrong. Next question. Don't care what he says. Don't care what he says about me. If he wants to have a fight about this subject, I'm willing to end the fight. He's wrong. That's it. You're an elected official driving a Chevy Malibu or driving a $48,000 SUV. $90-some-odd thousand. You need the top of the line? Nah. No, you don't. So I think you take a look at this, if we're talking about cuts, say this is good. Finding efficiencies, this is good. But it's only one part of a larger conversation. And the larger conversation right now is there is not an economic vision for the state of Indiana. I would argue very, very directly that Eric Holcomb was bad at his job. He did not communicate. He did not share. And if it wasn't for Brad Chambers, I don't think there would have been a deal that came through. I don't think he was responsible for a deal coming through. I do have no issue with the trips that he took except for Greece. Greece was a vacation. We all know it, Governor Holcomb. You did what you did. You took a vacation on the people's money. The other trips, I think, were about actually bringing business, and I thought it was smart, and I thought it was worthwhile. I don't think he did the deals. I think he left that to other people. But you at least understood that there was a look to how we grab business and how we grow. That is not here. It's not here. Even if you go back to my conversation with the governor regarding the IEDC, sorry, he didn't sell it. There is no vision for how we're going to grow business. We're going to focus on Main Street? No, you focus on all the streets. You don't just focus in one spot. You take a look at everything and where are the advantages and opportunities for our areas, for our people, for Hoosiers. Don't see it. I like the cuts. I'll talk about that. But it is not coming with a plan. Right now, there is no plan. I am very concerned that we are heading into the economic dark ages of Indiana, that we're going to lose out in ways that are going to have really disastrous, deleterious effects on this state for a decade plus. Got to change the viewpoint, got to change the attitude, got to change the presentation. It's got to happen now. This is not a good sign. The cuts, nice, but it's just one part of a larger story, and that larger story doesn't have any chapters in it yet. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
It's Terry Stacy. How many of you started the year with good intentions of losing weight and getting in shape by spring? Well, if you didn't hit that goal, Exercise Inc. can help. Exercise Inc. has been helping people get stronger, build muscle, lose weight, and transform their health for over 20 years. The program works, and guess what? It only takes 20 minutes a week. Their unique training method was developed in an osteoporosis research study to help prevent bone mineral loss in older women. The women in the study ended up getting very strong in a short amount of time. When the method was applied to normal, healthy adults, both men and women got a lot stronger. Their Simple 9 nutritional program has helped their clients lose over 37,000 pounds since 2013, and they've seen clients lower their blood pressure, improve their blood sugar, and get off prescription meds. Their coaches are professional, their gyms are private. Get started now before summer gets here. Locations in Avon, Brownsburg, Fishers, Greenwood, and Zionsville. Change your life in 20 minutes a week. Go to exerciseinc.com.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax, tag, title, license, 249 dealer doc, RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, 0 security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter, expires 9/1.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what's going on?
South side, northbound 65, 5-minute delay. Southport Road up to 465. And then another 5-minute delay on northbound 65 after Keystone into the south split. Southbound 65 slows from the north split down to Fletcher Avenue. On the east side, northbound 465 tightens up 72 Penn Pike. Inbound at 69 delayed 5 minutes, 116th Street, 282nd. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers under new ownership. Visit them just off State Road 37 for special grand opening prices during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
58 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:16. TK Music Moment is set. It's coming up in just a little bit. Keep it here. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. I'll give you a twofer. One story from the Wall Street Journal. One, an interview with the former National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan. Let's start where we start. Let us start with the story about Tulsi Gabbard, the National Security Advisor. I'm sorry, Director of National Intelligence. I apologize. Tulsi Gabbard blindsided CIA over revoking clearance of undercover officer. Okay, I'm not aware of every goings-on, but the story goes that the DNI surprised the CIA when she included an undercover senior CIA officer on a roster of 37 current and former officials stripped of security clearances. Now, a lot of these people are former Biden people. A lot of these people are out of government. And she simply decided there's no reason for them to be able to have this access anymore. None whatsoever. They had participated in the so-called intelligence assessments related to Russia. Or they signed a 2019 letter calling for President Trump's impeachment, and she decided gone. I can understand that these are people who are political and not interested in actually, well, what does this information mean? How does this information help? How does this information prevent, thwart, etc.? They're political beings. You don't need that. What's interesting is that Tulsi Gabbard, the DNI, did not know that the CIA officer had been working undercover, and that the office did not consult with the CIA before releasing the list. It's outrageously embarrassing. But allow me to take a step further. I would argue that if I were to sit and do the research, I would find that there have been, in a multiplicity of administrations, Republican and Democrats, mistakes made like this. Group A not 100% knowing what Group B was doing. My gosh, could we have seen anything more like that than September 11th and the lead up to it? I'm telling you right now, if you do not read The Looming Tower or watch the series starring Jeff Daniels, oh my gosh, is it spectacular and horrifying all at the same time. I'm amazed we have a safe country at all. So it is possible that things could be happening and another organization doesn't know. That is absolutely possible. But if someone is being stripped of their clearance and they're engaged in something covert and they're engaged in a part of the protection of America where they are undercover, that should be known by the DNI. That should be checked. One could argue that that's kind of rational. How could we not? This goes into a longer conversation of, if you ask me why I don't trust government, why government cannot do things that the private sector does, this is one of those things. This is an example. There was a story about Gavin Newsom, about how Gavin Newsom, in March of 2023, to try and be of service to the people of California, made this announcement.
And so what we are doing is we're deploying these 1,200 plus units. You can see these units are not just, in every case, for one individual, multiple individuals in these units. We're hoping to get them constructed in a matter of months, not years. We're trying to, I wanted to say this summer, my staff said press will attack us if we fall short, so we are saying the fall.
In March of 2023, Governor Gavin Pomade Newsom said that he was going to do something about homelessness by deploying 1,200 tiny homes at a cost of $750 million. Can't make that number up. 2025, there are no tiny homes and no one knows where the $750 million is. Government can't do it. But in North Carolina, where they had all of the flooding, and yes, the Biden, FEMA, and other administrations did not help these people, 62 members of the Pennsylvania Amish community built 12 tiny homes in under 48 hours at a cost of $300,000, which was donated by the Amish community. Just saying, there are things people can do and there are things government can do, and government cannot do the things people can do. Government is not the solution. Government is not the answer. Government is inefficient. Government is oftentimes ineffective. Government wastes money. These are the realities. And anybody who believes in more government wants more waste, more abuse, more fraud, more failures. They don't want efficiencies. They are wrong. Let's not vote for them. Tulsi Gabbard didn't know what was happening. Yeah, I think that's an issue. And you could say to me, well, others didn't know what was happening on this, that, and the other. I don't think that makes it better. I think Tulsi Gabbard has now shown enough missteps to allow us to ask, is she prepared for this? I had reservations certainly about what kind of intelligence she was going to share. Now I'm asking the question, what are we looking at here? I see releases of things, but I don't see arrests. I see releases of things, but I don't see changes. I don't see mass firings. Mass firings. This is not a great look. But then we have Jake Sullivan. He's on a podcast. He's the former national security advisor. I haven't heard it all yet. I just caught a bit of it. I don't think I have to worry about finger on the dumb button there, producer Carl, but do it anyway. Let's listen.
I have, in fact, told a number of members who were thinking about the votes on these resolutions that the situation as it stands today, following the breakdown of the ceasefire in March, means that a vote to withhold weapons from Israel is a totally credible position.
Is that right? Huh. That's a credible position. So we're talking about October 7th. We're talking about how the Biden administration was clearly, in multiple ways, providing some level of support for Hamas, including that nonsense pier. Remember, they built a pier. It cost hundreds of millions of dollars. Government can't build a pier. Government can't build tiny houses. This goes on and on and on and on and on. But what is Jake Sullivan saying?
That is a position that I would support.
Yeah.
But for me, the bigger question you're asking is about the future of the U.S.-Israel relationship.
Right.
And here I think it comes down to what is the future of Israel? Are we going to be dealing with the prime minister and a right-wing government for years on end, or is there going to be political change in Israel? Because I think that would have an impact on what the nature of the U.S.-Israel relationship. What is the democratic character of Israel 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now will have a huge impact on what the nature of the U.S.-Israel relationship will be.
But if nothing changes in their government, if it continues to be a far-right government that continues this sort of policies,
then it won't be the Israel as we've known it. And I think a lot of Israelis would say, they wouldn't recognize Israel then, and obviously that should have an impact on.
Good Lord. A couple things there. One wonders if the national security advisor to Joe Biden has such an issue with Netanyahu. I wonder what kind of moves maybe were taken during their tenure to try and undo Netanyahu. What was happening behind the scenes? We've already heard stories of this repeatedly, that there was an effort to try and undermine Netanyahu in elections and mess with other countries' elections. Far right. You haven't met some of the far right people in Israel. Good gosh. And Israelis, they want Hamas destroyed. That's what they want. They want their people back. They want Hamas destroyed, and they want to be left alone. And they're much happier dealing with Donald Trump than you. I mean, those are the facts. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Traffic hazard on southbound 6570 downtown. This is at Washington Street, blocking the left lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to the north split. Westbound 70 is slowing after Rural Street through the north split over the flyover to Meridian Street Penn. Northbound 65 slow in a couple of spots through the construction zone on the south side. First, it's a 6-minute delay from Southport Road to 465 and a 6-minute delay from Keystone Avenue into the south split. Looking at westbound 465 slow before US 31. Inbound 69 slow, roll off 106 282nd. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
And this is Casey. Our Secretary of State doesn't believe in transparency, but Andrew Ireland does. State Rep Andrew Ireland will be here to show he paid for his trip to Washington, D.C.
Join us Thursday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Well, summer's still hot, and so are the deals at Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get 0% for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Aviator and Nautilus, or 0.9% for 72 months on 2025 Grand Touring Corsair. Or how about a $50,000 Lincoln Corsair from just $499 per month? So come get one of those hot summer deals at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
MSRP $52.20, 36-month term, $2,500 due at signing, $499 a month, 10,500 miles per year. Good through 8/31/25.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Make summer nights unforgettable with Indie Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Offer ends September 1st. IndieDecorativeConcrete.com.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers. And sometimes it's an overworked accountant who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's family-owned jewelry store, is dedicated to quality and fine craftsmanship. Let them help you celebrate that special moment in your life. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
President Trump called for the return of the death penalty in the nation's capital.
93 WIBC.
Trafficking $2 billion worth of heroin a year.
Grammy-nominated musician busted with child porn and coke.
What happens next?
Legislation could leave communities like Beech Grove with millions less in funding.
Happens here.
ChatGPT helped a 16-year-old kid explore suicide methods.
Stay in the know.
Gas prices have shot up across Indiana.
While you're on the go. 93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
The late Colts owner's struggles. Nothing on radar. 55 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 77 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 8:31. Former Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay, who died in May at 65, spent the last 2 years of his life dealing with private relapses. The Washington Post reports people close to him say he was taking high doses of prescription opioids and later ketamine, which worried those around him. The Post also reports that Irsay had 3 overdoses over 5 years, one in Turks and Caicos in 20 and twice in late 23 at his Carmel home in a Florida resort. He passed away May 21st of 25 at a Beverly Hills hotel. Police say there was no autopsy conducted, but nothing to suggest an overdose. Indiana Governor Mike Braun isn't wanting to move too fast on calling a special session.
Other Republicans say they want to join in on efforts started by Texas to redraw their state's congressional maps, but the governor is in no hurry.
I've been clear from the get-go that this needs to be a slower process rather than one we rush into.
Braun, a guest Wednesday on WIBC's The Hammer and Nigel show. Governor Braun and other state leaders met with Vice President J.D. Vance earlier this month to discuss possible redistricting in Indiana. State Republicans also just returned from D.C. following a meeting with the Trump team, who's wanting red states to redraw their maps and pick up more seats for the GOP before next year's midterms. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
2 children were killed and 17 people injured after somebody shot into a crowded schoolroom where school children were doing mass at a Catholic church in Indianapolis yesterday.
The shooting began during a school-wide mass marking the beginning of the school year at around 8:30 local time yesterday morning. The shooter opened fire with a rifle, shotgun, and pistol, all legally purchased weapons, according to police. Also, according to police, his mother previously worked at the school. FBI Director Kash Patel is calling this a hate crime, posting, "The FBI is investigating this shooting as an act of domestic terrorism and hate crime targeting Catholics. The FBI will continue to provide updates on our ongoing investigation with the public as we are able."
That's Fox's Lucas Tomlinson reporting. Amtrak is rolling out its new high-speed rail today. The railroad says the new next-gen Acela will replace the existing Acela trains and will be America's only high-speed rail service. The next-gen Acela will run from Boston to Washington, D.C. at top speeds of 160 miles an hour. And ever since Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift told the world they were getting married, Kelce's jersey sales have gone through the roof. The sales spiked at 200% on Tuesday. It was the NFL tight end's best-selling day since winning the Super Bowl in February. Sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. Indianapolis Colts general manager Chris Ballard is talking about his backup, not his starting quarterback.
I know the negativity, and it's easy to say, okay, he's done.
And Ballard told reporters at his post-cutdown press conference that he is not trading Anthony Richardson.
Everybody's growth and path and journey in this league is different. He's made tremendous strides. Is he there yet? No.
And this offseason, Ballard picked Daniel Jones as the starter over Richardson, the team's 23 first-round pick. Richardson, once seen as the face of the franchise, struggled last season, throwing 12 interceptions in 11 starts. College football gets going in earnest on Saturday. Purdue kicks off the season at home against Ball State, and IU plays Old Dominion in Bloomington. And Notre Dame starts the season Sunday night in Miami. And the Indiana Fever start a 3-game West Coast road trip with the LA Sparks Friday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go. And at WIBC.com at 8:35, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Baer.
South side pockets are slow because of construction. Northbound 65, Southport Road up to 465. And again, after South Keystone Avenue into the south split of an 8-minute delay. Westbound 70 starts to drag about rural, then stop-and-go traffic through the north split out to Meridian. Southbound 65 is slowed down. MLK to 21st. Inbound 69 a little slow before and after 96, but we're moving all right. Traffic sponsored by Mattress Firm. Need better sleep? Upgrade to a premium mattress at Mattress Firm's Labor Day sale, the best sale of the year. They make sleep easy. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
58 degrees in the American Standard. Whoo! That was me. That was the allergies, voice. That was not pretty at all. Let's try this again. 58 degrees. Nope, still sounds terrible. In the American Standard Cooling Weather Center, the time is 8:36.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee? I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What is going on, everybody? Good to be with you. Dow futures up 36, NASDAQ futures down 27. Oil prices right where they have been. Really no movement. $64.07. On the West Texas crude coming out of the ground, out of the oceans, the Brent crude, $67.93. There was a moment that it got up to $68.80. Was that earlier this week? But it has just been in this range. And it was President Trump the other day saying they're going to go below 60 a barrel. I haven't seen anything that shows that. We will see. By the way, gas prices here, never mind what we pay in taxes, which is, of course, insane. If we don't do something about refineries and adding refineries, we're out of our heads. I'd like to see the administration discussing this. We need more refineries. You want to lower oil prices? We got refineries offline. It makes gas prices go up. We need to refine here. We need more refineries. It's just is what it is, what it is, what it is. We need to be focused on this. The number I find interesting is the 10-year Treasury at 4.242. That is a little bit lower than we've been. We've been in those threes. We've been in the high twos, so 2.42. A little bit lower than where we've been hanging out for the past month, I would argue. I don't know if it means anything yet, just something that I noticed. I will get into the fact that the world is crazy. I had one more story for you guys. I did. And I already talked about Braun, and I talked about the economic situation, which I am not pleased with. Oh, Chrysler's trying to make a comeback. And everybody knows the problem that Stellantis has had, and they weren't making good vehicles and weren't taking care of the dealerships, and the dealerships were like, what's wrong with you? And the then CEO was like, you'll just do what you're told. And then they pushed the CEO out, and they're trying to get themselves back into a flow. Motor Trend reporting that it is possible that Chrysler is going to revive the 300 by 2029. And over there at autoblog.com, and if you get the show sheet over at TonyKatz.com, you'll see this. They have got photos of what the 300 could look like. A Lincoln Continental meets a Tesla. It looks pretty good. Now, I don't know what the market is for the sedan that isn't the luxury sedan, and so I don't know how where that's at. Like, most people have really moved into the midsize SUV or the SUV in general. Certainly Ford with its success of the Bronco Sport, the Bronco, the Escape, which is their small SUV. So I don't know where this is, but with Stellantis and Chrysler moving back to a gas-powered Hemi, maybe there's a place for the enthusiast. It's an interesting look. The world is crazy, you know, but we do not have to be. That's why I bring you the Tony Katz TK Thursday Music Moment, presented by Kill a Dent Removal. KillaDentRemoval.com. This is where you go when you got door dings, when you got hail down, rid of it. They come to you at Kill a Dent Removal. KillaDentRemoval.com. They'll take care of it. It's your hood, it's your roof, it's the door. No matter what it is, they'll get the dents out. Totally paintless, and they've got everything working great. Your car's going to look fantastic. You're going to love what they do. They bring you the TK, Tony Katz. That's me, Thursday Music Moment, because the world is crazy. But we do not have to be. And I think what we need to do every now and again, at least once a week, turn up the speakers, put down the crazy, grab a drink. I'm not here to judge. Maybe you work third shift. Just take it in. Just take a moment. So I bring you the TK, Tony Katz Thursday Music Moment. I bring it to you this week from 2006. And I admit that I don't think I've done, as of yet, any Jack White songs. I don't think so. So roll down your windows. Step outside and get some air. It's going to be all right. The world is crazy. We do not have to be. I have loved this theory for a while. I'm sticking with it. From the Broken Boy Soldiers album, 2006, it's the Raconteurs. Steady as she goes. Producer Carl, hit it. moment. Take a breath, take a beat, relax. It's a good driving tune, right? It's a good driving tune right there. Now we get back to it. Just that easy. The TK Thursday Music Moment presented by KillADentRemoval.com. Find the full listing of songs over there at WIBC.com. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matty Boo Boo?
South side, Tony, northbound 65 slow after Southport Road 2465 because of construction. And northbound 65 stop and go after Keystone Avenue into the south split. Again, that's a construction zone. Inbound 70 slows rural into the north split. And southbound 65 stop and go traffic before and after MLK. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
58 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. At the time is 8:46.
Mark Dietl is the only local real estate agent I'd trust to sell my house here in Indy. By the way, Zillow ranking Indy number 2 among 2025's hottest markets. Home values have risen and are holding strong. Now is a great time to sell. Mark Dietl and his team helped Sarah in Fountain Square out. She invested in a property, ran into some financial trouble, and needed to sell the place for max dollars. She hired the Mark Dietl team, and they were able to sell her property within weeks for over list price. Nice work from Team Dietl.
Mark Dietl is the best in the business, and he has the guarantee that backs it up. He guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price or deadline, or he will buy it. You pick the move date, no long-term contracts. That's what separates Mark Dietl. 755-4232 or go to markdietl.com. That's Mark, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietl.com. Tell him Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text SAVVY to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text SAVVY to 42424. That's SAVVY to 42424.
Forget digging through clutter to find what matters. The WIBC Daily Newsletter puts the biggest local stories and exclusive show moments in your inbox and lets you skip the scroll. Sign up by clicking Connect at WIBC.com.
Really?
You've been missing some,
Seems
Tony.
like producer Carl gave up today. It's got to have some level of challenge. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is this television theme song? Here's how we play our game. Producer Carl has picked a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is, and sometimes, yes, I take your help. In doing that, we've got the chat room as we live stream over there at YouTube. You could have let me know on Twitter X at Tony Katz or at 93WIBC. But when I'm not sure, I usually phone a friend. Now I know what I'm doing right now, but I'll do it just to give him a victory. Let me phone a friend, Matt Bear, from the WIBC Traffic Center. What is this theme song?
That's Tic-Tac-Doe, Tony.
It's so good. Now, I haven't asked him because I do not set this up with him. We have never prepared this ever. I don't know if he walks in the morning and picks a television theme song or if he does it off the top of his head. I don't know. I do not know if he did Tic-Tac-Toe off the top of his head. This is the theme to the Twilight Zone. There it is. That's good. That beats the living crap out of the Friends theme song. Yeah. I felt like a moron when I did it. I grimaced. If you're watching the live stream, I'm grimacing as I did it. Like, gosh, this is so outrageously beta. But the Twilight Zone, that's pretty good. That's a good theme song right there. On Tony Katz today, we have the White House briefing. We will cover that. Also, more updates on the madness regarding this murder in Minneapolis by this man who claimed to be a woman and the people who fed into his mental illness. And, of course, those people who want to say, we're tired of your thoughts and prayers. No one is more tired of the conversation about thoughts and prayers of the left than me. Because I know what their thoughts are and I know what their prayers are, and they are obscene. If we're going to make this a right-left thing, which they did, let's do that. This isn't about guns. Every place of worship needs to have somebody armed at the ready to protect that place of worship. If you go to a place of worship and no one is armed, you are a soft target. You are expecting something bad to happen. Because it will. Remember, if I don't accept the idea that men can be women and women can be men, somehow I'm the enemy for being rational and for being honest. And if you want to hear people talk about, well, these religious people are, where do you think you take out your anger? Oh, I'm sorry, political left. You don't think this comes back to you? I think that there's a fair amount that comes back to you. And it starts with a fundamental. There's no such thing as gender-affirming care. It's a lie, and the people who say it are liars, including doctors, including nurses, including administrators in hospitals, and they should lose their jobs. You want to talk about the problems in medicine? It's out of control what's happening in medicine. I check social media before I let a doctor talk to me. From now on, that's all I do. How would I know? What if they support, what if there's some intifada supporting freak? I'm not going to let them touch me. I'm not going to let them touch my kids. I'm not going to let them touch my wife. Not for a second. Someone who believes that you can mutilate children is going to give me medical care? No. No shot. We should be clear that there are some people unworthy of our time, attention, and love. There are bad people. People who push gender-affirming care are bad people. Also, turns out you can throw a sandwich at a cop and not get indicted. I'm not suggesting you do it. As a matter of fact, don't do it, because you might get indicted. But in D.C., turns out you can throw a sub at a cop and all you got is a ruined sub. Very, very weird story. I've got that coming up on Tony Katz today. At noon, you're going to want to catch that right there and then right here on your radio dials and dials across the country. I'll catch you then. Matt Bear, he has got traffic for you. Later, kids.
Northbound 65 out of the south side. Stop and go traffic after South Keystone Avenue up to the south split. Westbound 70 slows after rural through the north split out to West Street. And southbound 65 a little bit tight right now before and after MLK. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear. Traffic on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
This back-to-school season, we